Obesity and modern disease. Well, so what is the ideal weight when we're talking about the obesity? Okay, talking about obesity, people usually will ask, what is obesity and how to identify where am I obesity or not? So you can see this is from the chart is from WHO. So in WHO, if you are Asian, look at the right side. If you are Asian, if you are underweight, if your BMI is under 18.5 kg M2, okay, you are considered underweight. If you are between 18.5 to 23, you are ideal. If you are 23 to 27.5, you are overweight. If you are 27.5 and above, you are obese. Okay, you are obese. So how to do the calculations? Very simple. BMI is very simple to do calculation. In case you don't know, I think many of you already knew about that, but in case you don't know, I would like to explain one more time. So use your height times your height in meter. So like me, I'm 1.77. So I should use 1.77 times 1.77. So it will equal to a figure. We put it as a figure Y. Okay, figure Y. And then you use your body weight in kg. Like those days I was 89. So divide by the figure Y, you will get the BMI. All right, you will get the BMI. Okay, so you can do the calculation right now. If you have any interesting, you can do the calculation right now, and then you can write down your BMI. You can put on your BMI in the chat. Let's see how many of us is overweight, how many of us is obesity, and how many of us is ideal, is in this ideal or this underweight. Okay, so this is a common calculations, but we have some exceptional case. We have some exceptional. Some people their BMI is over 27, but they are still considered good. Those are the bodybuilder. Okay, those are the bodybuilder. Bodybuilder, they are having a lot of muscle. The muscle got weight, you know. So the muscle has got weight. So when the muscle plus the height, and you see, usually some bodybuilder are not that tall, especially Asian bodybuilder, usually very short, right? When they are short and then they are muscular, and their BMI will be out. The BMI will be out. So this kind of people is not applicable. We are not going to apply on bodybuilder, but to normal people like you, me, and some other, most of us here, I believe that we are not that muscle man, the bodybuilder, that muscle man, right? So this one is applicable on us. So if you are 27.5 and above, and you are obese, so we have 22. Maria, 22 is good. Okay, 22 is good. Okay, keep it up. Okay, so the rest, if you have interest, if you are interested, please put on your body weight. Please do not hesitate, because this is a learning class. We used to learn from each other, as I'm telling you my own story as well. So don't hesitate to share your BMI as well. Okay, so since with this body weight, with this BMI is not that accurate, so we will also consider people with the body fat as well. If you are having, if you are not overweight, okay, I'm sorry, if you are only in overweight, you are not obese, but your body fat for male, if you're more than 30%, for female, if you're more than 35%. Okay, you may consider as a hyperlipidemia as well. So you are having a lot of fat inside the body, a lot inside the body. Okay, so we have 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝗧𝗏. You are 28.7. Congratulations, you are the champion right now. Anyone can beat 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝗧𝗏? No. Okay. 27 and 18.18. Okay. Himanshu. All right. Yes. So as I said, when you are touching 27.5, really you have to rethink about that, because your health, you are putting yourself into the age of your life, you know. you're putting yourself into an age of your life. It's very dangerous. Simply one push, you may fall from the cliff. Okay, so body weight and body fat. This is two consideration point. So how to measure the body fat? Usually we cannot measure the body fat by calculations. All right, we have some in the market. We do have some machines that can help us to do the visceral fat calculations. The body fat and visceral fat calculation, we call it as this. What is that? Body mass, not body mass, body composition test. Okay, body composition test. There is one kind of scale. Okay, you stand on the scale, and then you're both hand holding the machine. Okay, then it will run the calculations. So that one is not fully accurate, but at least 80 to 90% I would say is good, is accurate. Okay, so you can do the test by yourself. All right. So if you are ideal, then congratulations, you have to keep it up. But if you are overweight, you are underweight, or even you are obese, you have to take more care on that, right? So in Southeast Asia, we leave South Asia first, okay? Talk about Southeast Asia. In Southeast Asia, people with the BMI more than 25, BMI more than 25, okay? In Southeast Asia, Malaysia is a champion. Wow, I'm so proud to be a Malaysian. You see, as Malaysian, we hardly can get any champion in the world. But you see, in these overweight competitions, Malaysian is a champion. We have 44.2%. We have 44.2% of Malaysians are overweight. Come on, guys. 44.2%. And the closer one, the first runner-up will be Thailand, 32.2%. And coming follow-up will be Singapore, 30.2%. Okay, Philippines, 26.5%. Indonesia, 21%. Wow. See, and the most skinny will be Vietnam. The most skinny will be, yes, it's true. I just came back from Vietnam a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, and I went to Vietnam. Then, wow, I saw the ladies there is really skinny, slim, nice body shape. Even men also good body shape. So jealousy. Okay, so see, Malaysia boleh lah, memang boleh. So we are very, very proud that we are the champion in the overweight competitions. Malaysia, 44.2, which means every 2.5 Malaysian, one of every 2.5 Malaysian, or two of five Malaysian will be overweight. This is overweight only, 25 kg and 25 BMI and above. What about obesity? The obesity, we cover the whole Asia. You cover the whole Asia, you can see the obesity. Still Malaysia the champion, I think. No, in Southeast Asia, still Malaysia the champion. 15.6% is obesity, which means the BMI is more than 27.5%. Again, champion, obesity. Yes, it's true. If you've been to Malaysian, you will see a lot of Malaysian. If you've been to Malaysia, you've seen a lot of Malaysian that having a big tummy, okay, walking on or riding the bike. When I saw the obese guy riding the bike, I'm so worried about the bike. The bike seems like cannot hold the weight anymore. Okay, so for India, people are asking for India. India is 3.9. You can see, hey, guy, don't tell me you cannot recognize your own map, okay? So India is 3.9%. You're having 3.9% of obesity, but 3.9%. You are having a huge population, okay? You're having a huge population, so 3.9% also consider quite a numbers already. Quite a number. And Indonesia is having 6.9. Philippines is having 6.5, 6.4%, Thailand 10%, and Cambodia. this is Myanmar. Myanmar is 5.8%, right? This is Myanmar. I'm not so really recognize it. Okay, so for China, 6.2, and the champion will be the Arab country. You can see Arab country, like those Gulf country, like Saudi Arab, Oman, Qatar. You can see all the Arab country, they are having, the rich people are having more obesity, right? So this is so scary, you know, 35.5, 35.4, 32.1. Wow, way more than the other countries. Okay, so this is obesity. And as I say, the obesity has been declared as one of the malnutrition disease, or we can put it as a nutrients imbalance disease. And this is the top one, the main concern of WHO. And if you are obesity, okay, it's just like a promotion. It's just like a promotion. You buy cardiovascular, you may not free diabetic, you may not free cancer, you may not free osteoporosis. But if you buy obesity, you will get cardiovascular disease for free, you will get diabetes for free, and you will get cancer for free. And maybe you will get osteoporosis for free as well. So obesity is always the core of the disease. If you're obesity, you can develop any of the disease easily in the chart, in this slide. So obesity is quite scary, overweight obesity. And the obesity will bring you to this ischemic heart disease. You can see that usually people are having ischemic heart disease. What is ischemic heart disease? Ischemic heart disease means the heart, the oxygen is not flowing to the heart. The blood is not flowing to the heart. The blood was stuck somewhere else, stuck before going to the heart. So the heart is not flowing. The blood is not flowing to the heart, and the heart will have no oxygen. So this is, we call it ischemic heart disease. Okay, so it's kind of a heart attack, something like that. And stroke. What is stroke? Stroke also some strokes are some blockage of the arterial blood vessel in your brain. Okay, so it makes the oxygen cannot pass through the blood vessel, and then causing some part of your brain out of oxygen. So the brain cells die because of no oxygen. Okay, so this is stroke. Okay, or some inner bleeding, because of inner bleeding. So because of inner bleeding, then also causing strokes. Okay, so, and you can see ischemic heart disease and stroke mainly because of some fat substance in the excessive of fat substance in your bloodstream, in your blood arterial, in your blood vessel. So making your blood vessel become hardening, making your bloodstream become sticky. Your blood serum become sticky, and creating some blockage in your bloodstream. So then it causes of ischemic heart disease and stroke. See, so and the rest of the non-communicable disease also direct link to obesity. Direct link to obesity. Okay, so. And obesity is, yesterday we were talking about if you are not controlling your food, your dietary, you intake a lot of carbohydrates, a lot of bad food, then slowly you will develop the so-called the 4 height symptoms. So the 4 height symptoms mainly we can call it as a metabolic syndromes. Metabolic syndromes. This is a kind of syndromes that showing that your body is not able, has less ability to metabolize everything. Okay, so it will cause a lot of wastage, a lot of waste retained in the body. So metabolic syndrome is defined by WHO as a pathologic condition characterized by abdominal obesity. Abdominal, your stomach, your abdominal is fat. So this is abdominal obesity. Okay, usually happening on men. And if you are insulin resistant, what is insulin resistant? Your cells is not sensitive to the insulin, so the insulin is not sensitive enough. So you when you take one sugar, and when you are young age, let's give an example. Okay, when you are healthy, one sugar you may need only one insulin to contract each other. Okay, but when you are insulin resistant, when you are not healthy, you are having insulin resistant, one sugar you may need 5 insulins. You may need 5 insulin only can digest, can metabolize the sugar. And if you are getting worse, maybe one sugar you eat, you may need 10 insulin to metabolize the sugar. If you are having this kind of situation, you are considered as insulin resistant. Means your body still can metabolize the sugar, but they need more insulins. They need your pancreas to produce more insulin in order to finish the job. Okay, so this is a so-called subclinical to the diabetic. Before you become diabetes, you will pass through these insulin resistant situations, and this is a long process. Okay, so when you are diabetes, please don't tell yourself, don't ask doctor, don't tell doctor that I only eat the sugar, I only drink the soft drink last 2 days, last 3 days, why it caused me diabetes. No, it's a long-term process. You already take a long time to go through the insulin resistant situation, and now is the time to pay back, because the pancreas has no more working anymore. The pancreas no more working, and then you are having less insulins. The pancreas getting fatigued, they don't want to work anymore. Then you have less insulin, then you will officially declare as a diabetic patient. Okay, so insulin resistant, hypertension, which means high blood pressure, and hyperlipidemia, which is the body is having a lot of fat. Cholesterol is kind of fat. Triglyceride is kind of fat. Okay, so this is already become the major health hazard of modern world. So the 2 basic forces separating the malady and the increase in consumption of high calorie, low fiber fast food. See, fast food, high calories, low fiber fast food is the cause. Is the cause of the cause of the metabolic syndrome, and also because we are lacking of the physical activities, right? No more walking, no more running, we keep on driving, no more exercise, we only exercise our finger, playing the phone, or playing Nintendo Switch, or playing or controlling the remote control of the TV. Okay, so the syndromes fit into the spread of the disease like type 2 diabetes. Okay, type 2 diabetes. Why only type 2 diabetes? You may heard about type 1 diabetes and type 2 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes usually applicable on those youngsters. At very young age, they had diagnosed with type diabetes. Usually, doctor will put them as a type 1 diabetes. In mainstream medicine, in Western medicine, type 1 diabetes is a genetic defect. Okay, it's a genetic defect, which means they're born to be diabetics. But funny thing is, why since they are born to be diabetic, why until age 12, age 14, they only got diabetes? They should got the diabetes on day one. When they get birth, they should already declare as a diabetes, right? Actually, type 1 diabetes is a kind of autoimmune attack, autoimmune disease. Type 1 diabetes is because of autoimmune disorder. Your immune system is attacking consistently on your pancreas, making your pancreas in inflammation. So making the pancreas is not able to secrete sufficient or quality insulins. then you will have the situation of high blood sugar. So then you go to the doctor see your age, oh, you are 14, okay, you are type 1 diabetes. But if doctor saw you, oh, you are 40, you are type 2 diabetes. Okay, so this is a way the doctor to differentiate. But so type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. If you are having type 1 diabetes customer or family members, okay, usually they have to go for lifetime insulin injections. And let me tell you, type 1 diabetes is reversible. Okay, to mainstream, that is not reversible. This is only can be controlled by insulin injection. But in nutritional medicine, this is reversible. And in my hand, I have reversed a few of type 1 diabetes, so I have confidence on that. Okay, so and secondary, the second one is coronary disease, stroke, and other disability. So all these are considered metabolic syndrome. So in short, if you are having high blood pressure, if you're having a lot of lipid in the body, if you are having this high uric acid, okay, you are having this high blood sugars, I think I mentioned, right? Okay, so you are considered as a metabolic syndrome. So when you are lack of ability, you are out of ability or lack of ability to do the metabolism and force the body to retain the waste, then you are metabolic syndrome. So all this can be reflected in your blood test report. That's why that's why I'm happy. I'm very happy to look for to read the blood test report, because every time when I read the blood test report, I can see through the people, and you don't have to tell me. I can see you through. I know what is happening on your body only from the few papers with all those figures. Okay, so all right, next. 1 out of 4 people in the world has this metabolic syndrome. So the risk of diabetes with metabolic syndrome is 6 times higher. Okay, the risk of diabetic with metabolic syndrome is 6 times higher. 4 times the risk of high blood pressure and 3 times the risk of hyperlipidemia. 2 times the risk of heart disease and stroke, and average 3 times the risk of various cancer than ordinary people. So the ordinary people, which means people with the good BMI. So if your BMI is between 18 to 23, you are good. Okay, you are good. You are considered as ordinary people. So you are having lesser chance to develop all this disease. But if you are over 23, in between 23 to 25, something like that, then you are higher chance, you are in the moderate chance to have all this disease. If you're obesity, you will have the exact chances to develop this kind of disease. So it's not kidding, you know. This is not kidding. All these are having figures, and all these figures came from the reliable source. One thing you will find from my slides, that I used to do research. I used to collect the information, the data from reliable source, and I will put the source link under the slide, so you can do the cross check if you don't believe on me. Okay, so WHO has stated the metabolic syndrome is directly related to 71% of death worldwide. 71% of deaths worldwide. So metabolic syndrome is really scary. Obesity, direct. You can put a equal mark to metabolic syndromes. Let's come to the impact of obesity. If you are really very, very fat, if you are really very, very fat, or if you are overweight, because overweight, you have to be aware, because if you are overweight, you are actually on the way to become obesity if you are still not controlling well. Okay, so obesity associated with increased cardiovascular risk, again and again, cardiovascular risk, right? And hypertension, diabetes, insulin resistance, sleep apnea. What is sleep apnea? Sleep apnea is when people, they are sleeping halfway, they stop breathing, they stop breathing. Okay, they stop breathing. So they will suddenly stop breathing and like that, and they woke up. If you can wake up, you're still okay. Some obesity, they have sleep apnea and they never woke up, and then they die by lack of oxygen. Okay, so this is sleep apnea. Okay, so obesity, important role in the arterial cirrhosis. Arterial cirrhosis means the arterial hardening, the blood vessel hardening, arterial cirrhosis, and coronary artery disease. So which is the arterial disease lah. Coronary artery is the arterial on your heart, okay, on your heart, which is supply the blood to your heart. So this is very important. And obesity leads to the structural and functional change of the heart. Okay, if you are obesity, the blood, the fat may cover. The fat may not only cover your liver, the fat may also cover your heart, and the fat may also inside your heart, inside the blood artery. And this fat will cause the structure and functional change of your heart. So some people will have a bigger heart, swollen heart, right? Okay, so this is the structural change. And the myocardia, which is when you are having structural change of your heart, you will increase the risk of atrial fibrillation. Fibrillation, which is the heart is your heartbeat is not regulate. The heartbeat is not regulate. Okay, and sudden cardiac death. Sudden cardiac death. What is sudden cardiac death? You may saw some people, they running. Some famous star also. Recently, I think in India or in somewhere else, also having some famous star. They are doing some exercise, suddenly they fall out and they die because of the sudden cardiac death, the cardiac arrest. Okay, so this is all usually happening on some youngster, not only happening on old men. Youngsters are having the same risk as well. Okay, so the cause of obesity. Now we come to the cause. Now we already know the cause of obesity. So this is this one. I'm going to jump that. Right, the cause of obesity. Okay, I know the relationship between these two slides already. You see, in 1900s, people are dying for this infection disease, but in 1997, people are dying for all this chronic disease. What has changed? What has changed the world to make the disease also change the directions? One thing is very important, that the appearance of the invention of fast food. You can see 𝗏𝗏, the first fast food company is not KFC, it's not McDonald's. They are number 3 and number 4. The first fast food, the first fast food, right, in the world is 𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏 has was in 1919. Okay, and White Castle, which is only in US, 1921. KFC, worldwide famous, 1930, and some are still eating right now. McDonald's, 1940, 10 years later than KFC. Dairy Queen, also 1940. In-N-Out Burger, American only. Dunkin' Donuts are everywhere. And as I say, donut is the most toxic, most harmful, the worst food in the world. Right, I'm so sorry to say that if you are selling donut, I'm so sorry about that. But I'm telling the truth, because the donut, you have to use the oil to do the deep fry, and your oil, you will not change your oil frequently. One big bowl of oil you can use for a whole day, right? So the oil in high heat, keep on in high heat. The oil will generate a lot of trans fat. The trans fat will go into the donut. And the way you make donut, also you're putting in some trans fat ingredients. Okay, and the oil. Remember, the oil will contribute the omega-6, and the omega-6 also go into the donut. And after that, you take out the donut. You take out the donut and you put on the chocolates, the sprinkles, sugars, everything. And you take the donut, you eat the donut. Sometimes you not only eat one, but you eat twice. See, what is that? What are you eating? What are you eating? You are eating trans fat. You are eating this omega-6, which is causing you inflammation, highly inflammation. And you are eating the sugar, carbohydrates, high calories, high carbohydrates. You are putting in the waste into the body. You're putting the burden to your body, right? The one thing good you can get is at the so-called energy. But do you really need so much energy? Not really. So, if possible, please avoid some kind of food like donut. Again, sorry about that. If you are selling donut, I'm sorry about that. Okay, and Jack in the Box, Sonic, Burger King, all these are the fast food. So in between these 30 years, a lot of fast food keep coming up, and the changing of the dietary, causing the disease, also changing the cause. Okay, so we were from the infection disease, now we change to the chronic disease, because all this fast food only contributing to us the trans fat, the omega-6, the high calories and high carbohydrates. That's it. And even someone are putting like the burger. You see the burger. If you say you want me to find out the good thing on the burger, the only thing is the sesame. The only thing is the sesame. Sesame is the only good thing on the burgers. The rest are the waste. Okay, even the eggs here, deep fried, the fried eggs. As I say, fried eggs also oxidated, right? So, and you are putting on this chili sauce, tomato sauce, and this is chemical make things. No, we're having a lot of preservative on chili sauce and tomato sauce. And the worst, French fries. French fries is the worst, right? French fries, potato deep fried is also the worst. Potato is 1.5 times of glycemic index than white rice. So if white rice is having 100 score of glycemic index, then potato will have 150 score of glycemic index. So if you really have to choose, now today you have no food to choose. You have potato, fried potato or wedges or French fries and rice and a bowl of rice. I would rather take rice than this than the French fries or the potato, because the potato is giving higher glycemic index. Okay, so not recommended to go for potato. I know many people like to eat potato. I used to eat potato as well. Tasty, they're very tasty, I know. And many vegetarians also take potatoes because vegetarians has lesser choice on food. So to them is all the so-called vegetables, non-animal meat, non-meat, they will take. So including a lot of these are potatoes. Okay. Well, so if you're obesity, then you're putting fat into the body, and as I say, the places that we store fat is different. For ladies, you will store your fat on your chest, on your little bit on your stomach, and mostly on your thigh, on your butt. Okay, so we will usually find a fat woman, obese woman. They are having the pear body shape. Okay, because the butt was full of fat, and thigh also full of fat. And also they will be very proud that because of the breast also benefited by the fat. Okay, so this is ladies, and ladies may have fat on the neck as well. And for men are more simple. Men usually store the fat in the stomach area, in this tummy area. Okay, so in this tummy area, but please be aware, most of our organ is somewhere around here. Okay, somewhere around here. So if the fat accumulated in the tummy, in the abdominal, all right, so actually the fat will easily cover all your most of your organs. So the first impact organ will be fat, will be the liver. So men will have highest chance to develop fatty liver than women. Okay, highest chances, but doesn't mean that you are ladies will not develop. Ladies will develop as well. Okay, so but men will have highest chances. Okay, so and the contributors to obesity, if you're having family history, sometimes people will say that, oh, I'm fat because my father was fat. My both parents fat. DNA defect. This is DNA, gene, right? Is that really gene problems? Not really. It's not really genetic problem, you know. It may be, yeah, maybe you are having the gene that easily become fat. But sometimes we are actually forgotten. If you are having the gene, but you are not triggering the gene, you may not get the disease, you may not get fat. Okay. And people always put the claim, even doctor also put the claims on genetic. When you go to doctor will ask you, is there any any family history of this disease? Yes, my father also diabetes, my mother also diabetes. Oh, so yes, you are diabetes because genetic problem, right? Not really. If you are having the gene, but you are taking care on your dietary, you may not trigger diabetes. You may not trigger diabetes. Okay, so but people were putting on the gene because they forgotten there's one thing very important that we already forgotten. We call it a dining table gene. What is dining table gene? When you are young, when you are kids, you eat everything with your father and mother, with your parents. Whatever they eat, they will feed you, right? So you are living with them for 10 to 20 years. You eat the same thing with them for 10 and 20 years. They eat the food, become obesity, become diabetes. And you eat the same thing. Do you think you will not become obesity and not become diabetes? No, you are not unique. We are not unique, right? If we follow the same dietary, exactly the same, especially young people have no choice. Young kids have no choice, have to follow. So whatever the father eat, the kids have to eat. The mother eat, the kids have to eat, right? So when the father get fat, the kids also get fat. The father get diabetes, the kid also get earlier diabetes. Same thing. This is the so-called the dining table gene. So don't put the brain on your genetic. The genetic is innocent. If you are not triggering it, the genetic problem will not happen. Okay. So environment and lifestyle. Yeah. If you are somebody tends to have some entertainment, always have to entertain customer. The lifestyle as well, drinking, smoking, all these are putting weight on it. All right, depression. People are depression tend to eat a lot. You see, people have depression, they will eat a lot. Dietary disorder, they will eat a lot because you know, sometimes you find when you're on stress, or when you're on depression, you want to cheer yourself up. What will you do? You will go for an ice cream. Go for a dessert, because sugar is kind of adaptogen. Well, adaptogen means it can help you to adapt some situations. So we call it adaptogen. So sugar is one of the adaptogen, very common adaptogen. When you eat sugar, when you eat something sweet, you will feel happy, you will feel better. So people of the depression people, they will also try to eat something. And of course, the depression drugs will also help make them to putting the weight on. So the drug also got some effects over there. Okay, sleep deprivations, the sleep disorder people also will have the obesity. Some medication, as I say, the depression medications, the hormone medications, steroid medications. Okay, for people who are in autoimmune, they used to take steroid drugs. Steroid will make you fat. Steroid will make you fat. Long term on drugs will make you fat. Especially depression drugs is really making you fat. Okay, so the socioeconomic factors. People are rich, right? People are rich and they want to show them I'm rich. So every time they go out for dinner, they definitely will choose the best restaurant and order the best food. And all these food are usually the most not healthy. Okay, so socioeconomic factors and pollution. Yeah, pollution will also make you fat. Pollution also make you fat when your body is having the pollution will make your body having some generate more free radicals, and free radical will attack your body and making your body into this metabolic syndromes. Then you are putting on the weight. Alcoholism. Alcohol always one of the main cause of fat. People, you will see people, especially men, having the so-called beer stomach. We call it beer stomach. When you drink a lot of beer, every day you drink beer, drink alcohol, then slowly you will have a big stomach over here. Right? We call it a beer stomach. All right. So alcohol. How do alcohol interfere the body shape? When you drink alcohol, are mixed by wheat. Okay, wheat is kind of carbohydrate. So when you drink, when you take alcohol, you will also take some carbohydrate as well. And the worst thing is that when the liver is metabolize the alcohol, okay, it will also at the same time it will also convert the testosterone to become estrogen. Estrogen is a woman hormone, female hormone. Testosterone is a male hormone. Okay, we need male hormone as a man. We need male hormone to make us like a man, right? As for women, you need estrogen to make you like a woman, because there's two different functions. Okay, so but in our body, in man body, we do have some little bit estrogen, but cannot be too much. And also for women, you do have some testosterone, and also cannot be too much, because for PCOS patient, usually you are having high testosterone in the body. Okay, PCOS patient, and you know what? By taking zinc can help you to reduce the testosterone in the PCOS in your ovaries. So if you're having PCOS now, see, learn one more thing. We have very good products as a zinc, right? Zinc is a very good product. Then we have zinc. Now you know if you're having friends, having customer having PCOS, introduce them to take zinc. Will help them to reverse the symptom. Because zinc can help them to lower down the testosterone in the ovaries. Okay, so when the body metabolize alcohol, the testosterone will also be aromatase, be converted to become estrogen as well. All right. So the more alcohol you take, the more testosterone will be converted to be estrogen. Okay. And estrogen, female hormone, is a fat storing hormone. Testosterone is a muscle building hormone. So if you're having less testosterone, you will have less muscle. If you're having more estrogen, you will have more fat. See, so people with alcoholism, slowly they will develop woman-like breast. They will develop the woman breast, right? The breast shaped like a woman, because of the testosterone being converted to become estrogen, excessive estrogen in the body. So storing the fat and develop the breast. Okay, so stop drinking, please. And the prolonged stress, as I say, the stress also making you eat a lot, and the stress also will change the body, will change your hormone, will change everything in the body. And this stress, we will have a special module in future to talk about the stress. Okay. So again, the nutrients, lifestyle, these we have already introduced yesterday. So bad diet, bad lifestyle, bad and less nutrients will bring us a bad health. Okay, so remember, nutrients imbalance develop 4 high symptoms, then we will develop this metabolic syndrome. Then it will bring us a disorder. So if you're obesity, you're already in the metabolic syndrome, already here. You are not fat, but you may develop 4 high symptoms as well, because the fat is accumulate inside and slowly showing outside, right? Accumulate inside first and then slowly showing outside. So you will find people they are skinny, but they are having high cholesterol. Because the cholesterol is inside the bloodstream, right? Still not affected the body shape, but slowly the body shape will be changed. The fat will keep on accumulating, and the bodies they will getting fatter and fatter and fatter. Okay, so metabolic syndrome, if you are obese or overweight, you are already in the metabolic syndromes in this zone, then you are very near to develop some health disorder. So risk of obesity, well, this we will just a lot of this we already go through. So type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, of course, heart disease, stroke, sleep apnea, metabolic syndrome, fatty liver, osteoarthritis. Osteoarthritis, which is the when you are getting old, you are having this arthritis. It's not the rheumatoid arthritis. It's not the uric acid arthritis. It's a normal normal aging arthritis. Okay, arthritis, which means your knee pain. Okay, knee pain. People are saying maybe gout. It's not the gout. Gout is uric acid, caused by uric acid. Okay, this is aging arthritis, aging knee pain. Gallbladder disease. Why gallbladder disease? Because the gallbladder is with your liver together. They are together, abang ade. Okay, gallbladder, liver on top, and the gallbladder at the bottom. The liver will secrete this bile acid, all right, which is for digestion purpose. And the gallbladder will store the bile will store the bile acid, and when you need the bile acid, it will squeeze and then and secrete the bile acid. So if you are having fatty liver, which means the gallbladder stone will form in your gallbladder and also form in your liver. So this is kind of a gallbladder disease. Okay. So, and of course, tumor and cancer because of lacking of oxygens. When you are fat, your blood circulation is not that smooth. You're having blockage in the body, blockage in the bloodstream. You're having thicker blood serums, and the blood situation is not good. The oxygen is not flowing to every cells on time. So slowly, without the oxygen, sufficient oxygen, slowly the body will develop some tumors and cancer, because cancer and tumors are they are non-oxygen cells. Non-oxygen, no need oxygen, they can survive. Right? Remember, yesterday I already told that the tumor cells and cancer cells, they took 80% of sugar plus 20% of oxygen to make energy. So if you keep on feeding carbohydrates, keep on feeding sugar into the body, then you are actually feeding your tumors and you are feeding the cancers. And the kidney disease, if you are obesity, you are high blood pressure, definitely you will have high blood pressure problem. If you are having obesity, then your blood situation is not good. The kidney will be the very first organ to damage. Why kidney? Kidney and your eyes. Kidney and your eyeball. Why? Because we have a lot of small vessel capillaries. Okay, we have a lot of small vessels, small blood vessel, and in our kidney and in our eyeball. So to supply the nutrients, to supply the oxygen to these organs. But if we have some blockage in the in our blood circulations, then the oxygen will not flow to the small vessel, to small blood vessel, cannot reach to this kidney deep inside the kidney or deep inside of your eyeball. So slowly, then when you have high blood pressure, you will find that your vision will be bad, getting bad in a very short period. Okay, so it will affect your vision, and also the kidney. You will get some kidney disorder. Some will get this CKD. Okay, kidney disorder, kidney failure. All right, chronic kidney disease. Okay, so all these are related to high blood pressure, to obesity as well. So, and if you are obesity, also we are having some pregnancy problem, and of course obesity may also have this impotence problem. Impotence mean for men, men cannot stand up. For women they may not have some interest to have sex. Okay, so impotence problem. Okay, so this is a risk factor. What about if you are too skinny? Then we already talked about the obesity. Now we know obesity. There is a very important key point. And what if you are too skinny? If skinny is good, not really. If you are skinny, if you're slim is always better than obese. Of course, slim is always better than obese. But if you're too skinny, may also resulting or reflecting on some health disorder. First, malnutrition. If you are too skinny, means that maybe you are not taking sufficient, you are having insufficient of protein. Okay, so people, if they are too skinny, first thing you can sell to them is the protein. We have protein. Okay, some country have, some country maybe don't have. All right, slowly you will have, don't worry. And maybe they are anorexia. Anorexia people, maybe they are having some mental disorder. They are having mental disorder when they saw the food. When they saw the food, they feel right, oh, ugly. I don't want to eat the food. I feel vomiting. Just ignoring the food without any reason. Okay, anorexia. Okay, and this is kind of to me, it's kind of a mental disorder. Okay, kind of mental disorder. So of course, if you're not taking food consistently, you will get slimmer, and at the end you will get too skinny. You become too skinny. Okay, and people with end stage of cancer, definitely they are very skinny. I never see a end stage cancer patient lying down on the bed and still fat like a giant, fat like an elephant. No, never. Even though they are very fat, they was very fat. Okay, but when they come to the end stage of cancer, they become very skinny until you can see the bone shape, something like that, right? Why? Because end stage cancer patients, the body is in catabolic situation, which means the body is in tearing down, everything in tearing down, dismantling. The body is in dismantling. The fat is melting, the protein is melting, the muscle is melting, everything is dismantling. That's why they cannot control their pee, they cannot control their pass motion, they cannot control everything, they can't even thought. And this is really a very bad situation for the end stage of cancer patients. Sometimes I saw them, I really feeling heart pain, you know. I'm really feeling heart pain because when you saw the patient sleeping over there, and you know you will have a chance to save them, to help them, but we are not. We are going to lose him or lose her. The feeling is really bad. That's why I don't like to visit the patients that they are almost gone. Okay, digestive tract disorder also. Digestive tract disorder because of maybe you are not able to digest the food, or maybe you are not able to absorb the food. Okay, this is the digestive tract disorder. All right, and liver disorder. We are using the liver. The liver functions is to do some metabolism, to do some synthesis. So whatever you eat into the body, we need to go through the liver to do the synthesis. So today you eat a meat, you put the meat into your mouth and you chew it, swallow it, digested it. You thought the meat will immediately become part of your body? No, definitely no. The meat has to break down, the protein has to break down to become peptide. the peptide had to further break down to become amino acid, only can make use by the body. So the liver will restructuring, will put some chemical, do something, and then make it become the amino acid for our body use. Then we only make use of the processed amino acid to become the part of the body part. Okay, so you are eating meat doesn't mean you will get stronger, all right? If you are young, yes, of course. But if you are old enough, if you are old, you have digestive problem, you are having liver problem, then you may not get muscle, even you eat a lot of proteins. Okay, so if you are hyperthyroidism, hyperthyroidism is burning the life, because of metabolism is just like you are driving an F1 car and consistently on the high speed, on the speed at 300 and above km/h. Okay, hyperthyroidism. You see, the body, sometimes we need rapid metabolism, but sometimes we need to slow down. So if you're healthy enough, you can control yourself when you need to do metabolism, when you need to slow down, right? But hyperthyroidism is they are always doing the metabolism. The cells are not fully utilized, they change again. The cells are not utilized, they change the cells. So they keep on metabolized. And the food hasn't fully digested, haven't fully absorbed. The food has been excreted out, has gone. So that's why hyperthyroidism people usually are very skinny. I never saw a hyperthyroidism patient is a fat guy. Okay, sarcopenia is usually happen on old folks. Okay, when they are aging, then they are lacking of muscle, so we call them sarcopenia. Okay, and if you are skinny, also you will have low energy. All right, because you have not enough storing energy. Fat are storing energy. Okay, so if you are skinny and I'm a fat guy, one day if we lost in the jungle for 30 days, I may be the one to survive and you may be the one to die after 2 days. Why? Because you have no stored energy, you have no extra energy to survive. Okay, so low immunity, fear of cold, of course, and you may have this anemia problem as well. So if you are too skinny, not good at all. Okay, we need to slim down. We need to have a good body shape, but don't be too skinny. So control your dietary, maintain a good dietary will be good. Okay. So let's come to the nutrients intervention. Let's talk about the nutrition. Now we already knew the obesity, and we already knew the skinny problem. So what kind of nutrients that we can help? Of course, antioxidant, anti-inflammation, anti-tumor, all these are the base. With your obesity, definitely you need antioxidant, you need anti-inflammation. Okay, so all these this is a basic. You have to go through. You have to take these nutrients. Then only go to the metabolism enhancement and the detoxification. The last will be the immunity improvement. Okay, so for the nutrients for metabolic for this metabolic syndrome to improve the metabolism. First thing I would suggest to go for B complex. B complex, when you talk about metabolic syndrome, when you talk about metabolic, first thing you just think about vitamin B. Any product with vitamin B will have the effect. Okay, so you can easily name out the products in your country. So which one is having a vitamin B? Usually the multivitamins, they contain vitamin B. So, but if in your country can have a standalone vitamin B, I would say they will be better, because with this vitamin B we can do a lot. We can link to a lot of product. We can put it into the package and sell to the customer. And vitamin B is a connector, I would say. It's an interceptor, something like that. It's a receptor, something like that. Okay, so vitamin B plus, very much contribute to the metabolism. We need vitamin B plus to build the new blood cells, to build a new healthy blood cells. Okay, so if you are having pernicious anemia, which is the red blood cells is bigger than usual. Okay, pernicious anemia. You need vitamin B. If you are meat eater, you are having high homocysteine, which is causing the root cause of the arteriosclerosis, arterial hardening, heart disease. Okay, you need vitamin B, because vitamin B, B12, B9, B6 can help you to metabolize the homocysteine. Okay, and the result is very significant. Okay, and what else? The liver need vitamin B complex. Okay, to help you to do some metabolism. Whatever you need to do, the new cells generation, you need vitamin B. You need vitamin B. Digestion, you need vitamin B. And you need this vitamin B1, B2 for you to help you to digest the carbohydrates, right? So vitamin B is very powerful, very useful. So vitamin B, and even though vitamin B3 can soften your blood vessel. B3 can lower down your LDL by increasing your HDL. So vitamin B is very important, right? If you can, right? If your country don't have vitamin B, tell your product guy to develop some vitamin B complex. And zinc, yep. Zinc is very important. When we talk about metabolism, we will think about the thyroid. The thyroid is controlling the metabolism, the speed of your metabolism. So if you're having a low speed of metabolism, you will go into the metabolic syndrome. You'll get the metabolic syndrome. So zinc is very important to our thyroid. All right, zinc is very important to our thyroid. Without zinc, the thyroid will get malfunction. So intake sufficient zinc may also reverse the metabolic syndromes. Okay, take zinc. Zinc is very important. Zinc is 300 over enzymes reaction cofactor. So for the new synthesis, for the metabolism, we need zinc. 300 over, and zinc is benefited to the prostate, benefited to ovaries, benefited to your liver, to your pancreas, okay, to all your glands in the body. Okay, so zinc, please take it daily. You need it, and we have zinc in every country, so zinc is very important. Take it daily. And magnesium in Europe, TIENS Europe, we are selling magnesium oxide, which is the tablet form and put into the water, something like that. So the magnesium. So magnesium is also very important. Magnesium is one of the also the enzyme reaction cofactor, 600 over enzyme reaction cofactor, more than zinc. And magnesium is a nerve calmer. When you take sufficient magnesium, it can calm down your nerve. It can calm down your nerve. So if you are having this muscle cramp in the midnight, usually you are having muscle cramp in the midnight, you can take some zinc or some calcium. Calcium will help us also. Okay, zinc will help also, because calcium and zinc both can calm down the nerve. So while you drink milk, you can sleep better, because milk contains high calcium, right? So this is a benefit of milk, and milk also the protein will also help us to calm down the nerve. Okay, magnesium. So chromium mainly chromium. We are using chromium for the blood sugar metabolism. Okay, so people with high blood sugar, with diabetes, maybe they are lacking of chromium. maybe they are lacking of chromium, and chromium are from onion, from those onion, from those plantation, from the earth. Okay, so chromium, you can take chromium. We don't have chromium as well, right? So hopefully we can have some new product which is to lower down the blood sugar, and we can put some chromium into the products. Okay, L-carnitine can promote. L-carnitine is one of the amino acid, and L-carnitine is usually you can see L-carnitine in the fat burning products. Okay, fat burning supplement, because L-carnitine can withdraw the fat from your fat cell and burn it as an energy. Okay, so L-carnitine we don't have as well, so we will think about that to use L-carnitine to make some slimming products. Okay, and resveratrol, yes, resveratrol will help you to reverse the inflammation. Resveratrol, OPC, T-polyphenol, these are helping you to reduce the inflammation. Curcumin, reduce the inflammation. Quercetin, reduce the inflammation. Okay, so for TIENS products, what do we have? Of course, we have zinc. So zinc, take it, man or woman, you need zinc. Man or woman, you all need zinc, right? In Malaysia, in Vietnam, right? If I'm not mistaken, or in Indonesia, we have this uni woman. If I'm not mistaken, we have this uni woman, and uni woman is made by two different Malay traditional herbs. So one is a 𝗪𝗪 Fatimah. This is a very famous herb in Malaysia, and 𝗪𝗪 Fatimah has been proven that it is having a very good function to alter the hormones. So when you are having periods, when you're having menstrual, after you start have the menstrual until menopause, you can take this uni woman. We have a very pretty leaders, and you never guess her age, right? And today I met her. She asked me, guess how old am I? I say maybe 40. I guess she must be younger than me. Okay, and she said, no, I'm already 50, and she is still having menstrual as usual. At age 50, still not yet menopause. Many of us are already menopause at age 45, age 47, age 48, and she's 50 and still having menopause, still having menstrual every month, consistently, on time, on time, and having a good quantity and quality of menstrual. Okay, so zinc and uni woman is what she is taking. Okay, so why talk about zinc, uni woman? Why link to zinc? Because zinc is helping is benefited to the ovaries. Okay, so we need zinc to protect the ovaries. It's the same thing we need for men. We need zinc to protect. We need zinc to protect the prostate. So men, if you are taking uni man, please, you must plus zinc. Both of that together will have the bigger benefit. Okay, uni woman plus zinc or uni man plus zinc, best. All right, best. Okay. So, and spirulina, of course, spirulina is a multivitamin, and spirulina is also having some having zinc, having selenium, having the chromium, having some these minerals, and of course with the multivitamins as well. So spirulina always a superfood that we can take. And lipid metabolic management tea, some country is selling this lipid metabolic management tea, which means the 姜汁 tea in Indonesia, right? 姜汁茶. Okay, so this is for this one mainly to wash out, to flush out the fat, to block the fat. Okay, so omega-3, again and again, omega-3 is to reduce the inflammation, to reduce the LDL in the bloodstream, to soften the blood vessel. High fiber will help you to clean up your colons, clean up the colons, make the colons become healthier, maintain the sensitiveness of your colons. FOS is also for your colons. Yeah, FOS also for your colons. and 𝗔𝗫 to lower down the blood sugars, okay, by improving the pancreas function, okay. And in some we have this calcium 2, which is the super calcium powder with metabolic factors, right? Calcium 2 is calcium 2. And we have daikon maybe in Indonesia, sultan calcium. These two are for sugar metabolism. And of course, all the antioxidants, anti-inflammation products will help. Okay, so long enough today. I think that's the end for today.